Start strong, finish hard. That's how you get into residency. What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm the successful IMG. Successful because I'm matched, and I'm here so that you guys can do the same thing. I work as an urgent care physician, and on the side, I mentor you guys to get into residency. I help you guys with interview preparations. If you're trying to get in, send me a message and I'll get you in. In this video, we're going to talk about the journey that medical students take to get into residency and how to approach that journey. There are different categories of medical students that apply to residency, and I like to split them up in such a way that it's easy to understand the different pathways that they have to take. So you got your American medical graduates. These are people that got into medical school in the US. They finished medical school in the US. What they do is they do basic sciences, they do the exams, and then they do their clinical rotations, and then they apply for the match, and then they get in. Pretty straightforward. The American medical graduates are the MDs and the DOs that go to school here. Next, the Caribbean medical graduates. The Caribbean medical graduate. I like this category because it explains the pathway that the graduates have to take. And this pathway is similar to the way that the AMGs take, but at the same time, slightly different. The only difference is they do their basic sciences on an island, whether it be St. Martin or it be Antigua or the other islands that they have. And then they do their US exams, and then on top of that, they also do the clinical experiences. The schools have contracts with different hospitals in the US, which allows their students to do their rotations in different hospitals in the US. And that's basically what happened to me. I'm a Caribbean medical graduate. I went to AUC, and at AUC we studied on the island in St. Martin, and then once we finished our basic sciences, we took our step 1 exam, then we came to the States, we did the US clinical experiences in the States. So I already had my US clinical experiences within my medical school period, so I didn't have to worry about looking for it. The next group are the ones that are not AMGs, not Caribbean medical graduates. They finished their medical schools either in Russia, in Pakistan, in India, in Nigeria, in Ghana. They decided that they wanted to come and practice in the US. Once they finish their medical education, they have to come to the US. If they want to practice in the US, they have to take the US MLE exams, which are the US exams that they have to pass, and then they also have to find US clinical experiences. Right, so that's an extra step that they have to do. And once they do that, then they can also apply. Now, once medical graduates or doctors have finished this pathway, they all go through the same thing. If you're trying to practice in the US, you try to get into residency in the US. You can't practice medicine in the US without going into residency. If you don't get into residency, you can't do what you've spent so much time doing. So it's very important to get in. If you don't get in, 3 things happen. 1, the year of graduation keeps prolonging itself. The year of graduation can make it a little bit more difficult if it's long. If you've been away from medical school in a long time, the assumption is that you might have forgotten some things. 2, people in your voice that were telling you in the first place that don't waste your time going to the US, or you're not good enough, or whatever it is, their voices get a little bit louder. 3, you start to listen to them, or you start to listen to your own voices, which makes you depressed. And I completely understand how that is. When I applied the first time, I didn't get in. When I applied the second time, I didn't get in. And each of those times when I didn't get in, I was very depressed. But on my third time, I had a sense of urgency. I knew that I had to match this time around, because if I didn't match, I would keep hearing from more people. And on top of that, I would also get that extra depression that might make me change my mind about medicine. Like, I don't think that I would have changed my mind about medicine. I would have kept pushing. But there are some people that I know, they applied, didn't get in, and then they start thinking about giving up on going to residency in the US or practicing in the US. And the question becomes, is it depression talking, or is it an actual decision that you made? Now, if you made that actual decision, that's completely fine, but you truly have to think about it and make sure that it's not something that you look back in the future and then you have regrets. How do you avoid failing to match into residency? You have to make sure that you start strong and finish aggressively. How do you do that? When I say you start strong, I mean that the journey that you do up until the application season. So you have to build a solid foundation of the journey that you build up to. Medical school, your basic sciences, you do the best that you can. Your exams, you do the best that you can. Your U.S. clinical experiences, you do the best that you can so that you can get the best letter of recommendations that you can get. And in the exams, you try to get the best scores that you can get possible. In addition to that, if you're doing any extracurricular activities, you make sure you do them. So you've created a nice little foundation that shows exactly who you are as an applicant. Once you've built a strong foundation, the next thing is to be aggressive in your application. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They are not as aggressive in the application when they're supposed to be. When I say aggressive, this is what I mean. You have to make sure that your personal statement is good. You have to be aggressive about it. If you are not good at writing personal statements, find somebody that is. If you can't find anybody that is, pay somebody that can help you with that. That money, $20 that you're saving, can come back and hurt you. If you're terrible at organizing your CV, make sure you get somebody that's good at it, somebody that's already been through it. If you know a resident, if you know a attendant, make sure you get somebody that can help you. If you need to pay somebody to do it, pay somebody to do it so that you can get in, so that you're not looking at the next application cycle. Interview preparation. If you're terrible at interviews, find somebody that's good. Find somebody that can help you. Read books that can help you. There are tons of research, there are tons of materials out there. If you want to take the easy route, pay somebody that's good at this. I provide mentorship services. I provide interview prep to guide you guys. If you don't have anybody else that can help you present yourself in the best light so that you can make sure that you match in your application season, contact me. My information is down below. Every time I get emails of people that applied once, they applied twice, they applied 3 times, it hurts my heart, but I do know that I will help them to get in the next time. And that's what I've been doing so far since I finished residency. If you need my help, just contact me. Make sure your personal statement is good. Spend time on it. Don't wait till the last minute to write your personal statement. Spend time on your ERAS application. Don't wait for the last minute to finish your ERAS application. And then your interview preparation, make sure you're solid. Because the thing is, one, you're going against other people that have better credentials than you. You have to make sure that you stand out. And then 2, you're going against other people that have got preparation compared to you. And so you got to make sure that you are aggressive. You got to make sure that this season, I'm doing everything that I can to get in. If you have any thoughts on what video I should be making on the next video or the next couple of videos, drop a comment down below. I'll think about making a video about that. Of course, I haven't mentioned that you guys should hit the like button, but you should already know that the moment you see my face, this awesome face, this haircut that I just did today, you already know that you need to hit the like button and then hit the subscribe button. Dr. Safwa Asante out.